1, 2, 3, 4. Check.
Testing live from Bruce. Just a quick sound check here. Joe Anderson and I on the call.
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4 from Bruce.
We'll be back in half an hour or so for game 2 here in D4 sectional.
You are looking live at Bruce Village Park here in the western suburbs of Bruce, Wisconsin, as this afternoon Zaleski Sports brings you WIAA Division IV baseball semifinal sectional action. This game will feature the number 2 seeded Loyal Greyhounds and the number 1 seeded Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran Lancers. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joe Anderson. I'll be bringing you play-by-play of today's action. I am joined to my right by producer and color commentator, Mr. Dan Lau. Before we go any farther, we got to talk about how each one of us has got a relationship with both teams. I was a longtime teacher at Loyal, and a lot of the kids that are playing for the Greyhounds this afternoon I either taught or I taught their parents. And Dan Lau, his father, has been the coach at Immanuel Lutheran for many years. How many years, Dan?
If I would guess 25-ish.
For baseball?
For baseball.
Okay. Well, we come in with these two teams. Loyal, the number 2 seed, 14-8 on the season, coached by Dean Bogdanovich. Their leading hitter is Kane Tofar with a batting average of .394 and 28 hits on the season. Rhett Lamovic leads in average. He's batting .388. He's second in average at .388. And Rhett Lamovic is also their number 1 pitcher for the Greyhounds. And they come out very well, very sharp. Who are the leaders for Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran, Mr. Lau?
Seth Bernthal has some pop in his bat. Leads the team with 2 home runs on the season. Cam Nelson, another player to watch for the Lancers, hitting in that 4 spot today.
Should be a good matchup. The previous game that was played here at 11 o'clock featured Mellon and Shell Lake. Shell Lake came in as the number 1 seed, Mellon the number 2. And Mellon, the Granite Diggers, with a 3-0 win over the Lakers to eliminate Shell Lake from competition. Mellon awaits the winner of this game, and that game will be played at 4 p.m. We will be on a different channel as far as a different stream, and we will bring you that game no matter what the outcome of this game is. So Mellon awaits the winner of this afternoon's game, going to be played here in about a minute. It is a balmy 78 degrees and overcast here in Bruce. Not much of a wind, so it's rather sticky and gummy, but a nice crowd on hand and good representation for both teams. Just a heads up, if you hear a cowbell in the background, it's going to be Mrs. Olson, Kane Tofar's grandmother. She has a cowbell that she likes to ring whenever the Greyhounds have a good play or get a strikeout or whatever have you. Yeah, the hitters you want to watch out for the Greyhounds are Kane Tofar and Rhett Lamovic. Those 2 lads can hit very well. We're going to look at the defense first for the Lancers of Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran. Joe Lau, again, head coach. They are at 16-2 on the season. On the hill this afternoon for Immanuel is Derek Wales. His battery mate is Jake Zimmerman. Tanner Quaid is the first baseman. Landon Hammett at second. Cam Nelson at short. Seth Bernthal at third. Caden Lillo in left. Sawyer Sido in center. And Owen Albrecht in right. No announcements of the starting lineups here. They will probably do that for the championship game. Will Rosenthal is the DH for Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran. D4 sectional semifinal action here from Bruce. Took me about an hour and a half to get up here. Took me on a couple of county roads. I'm going to try a little bit different way going back. Feeling a little bit better today, too, if you've been always following what I broadcast. More cleanup at the farm in Kendall. As last Friday night I was watching the NBA, one of the finals games, and they broke in. They had a crawl saying that there was a tornado spotted 7 miles northwest of Elroy. And I went, wait a minute, that's where the farm is. So I called up some friends that live down in the neighborhood, and they went and checked Saturday morning, and I've got a big tree that went across the driveway, but that's on the town road, so the township will have to take care of that. I had a big oak tree that fell over that was uprooted and a top that was twisted off. But everybody else is okay. No injuries to anybody, thank goodness. And we're ready to play baseball. Leading off for Loyal will be Andy Pekoshek, followed by Kane Tofar, and then Rhett Lamovic. Dan is going to do a great job both talking and producing. There is a pole that obliterates a clear view of first base, so we'll have to go with that, just so you know. 1-0-1 with first pitch. Pekoshek falls behind 0-2. Yes, number 3 looks good on the hill. Andy Pekoshek, my former neighbor. Outside for a ball, count even at 2. Just underway here from Bruce Village Park. Ground ball to third. Bernthal over to first for the first out. He will be going to UW Stout to play football. Immanuel Lutheran in the black jerseys with the gray pants and black trim, and the black jerseys have green numbers, letters, and trim. Greyhounds in their maroon tops with the gray pants. Popped up. Third baseman Bernthal. No, shortstop will call Cam Nelson. 2 up, 2 down. Chastain Hesley Insurance is your full-service agency offering auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance from a variety of companies, including Progressive. Whatever you need to protect, let them provide you a free quote. Good luck, Hounds, from Chastain Hesley Insurance, serving all of central Wisconsin with offices in Loyal and Pittsville. 2 down, Rhett Lamovic. Taking on the right-hander, Derek Wales.
Lamovic with 5 homers this season for the Greyhounds. A big threat from the mound and at the plate.
We probably will have quite the pitcher's duel. Hopefully we won't do what I did in my last game, Pittsville and Athens, 11 innings. But that was quite a contest. First time I've ever experienced a sun delay. Talk about that more later. And down on strikes goes Lamovic. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the first. You're watching high school baseball in Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShudsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
RZ Builders congratulates the Loyal Greyhounds on a great season and wish them good luck, both players and coaches, in today's game. RZ Builders, your commercial, residential, and agricultural builder in Loyal. And thank you for watching WIAA Sectional Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you today by RZ Builders, the Root Beer Stand, Cuddy Funeral Home, and Mike's Tire Service. Let's look at the defense for the Greyhounds. On the hill is Rhett Lamovic, Jake Littner, his battery mate, Hunter Walter at first, Adam Kautzer at second, Andy Pekoshek is the shortstop, Kane Tofar at third. In the outfield, Isaac Zabel in left, Reed Stiglitz in center, Jonah Bratcher in right field, Dean Bogdanovich, head coach of the Greyhounds, Colton Sandelier DHing today for Loyal. Rhett Lamovic will face here in the bottom of the first Derek Wales, Jake Zimmerman, and Cam Nelson. Big right-hander for the Greyhounds. If he gets off to a good start, he's a horse, but sometimes he gets a little rattled. The last game I saw him pitch was against Pittsfield. Of the last 5 games, that is the only game that the Greyhounds have lost, was to the Pittsfield Panthers, who were eliminated by Athens last week. Game you saw here on Zaleski Sports. Derek Wales will step in for Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran. Batting from the left side. Throws right, bats left. Lamovic in the windup in the pitch. Low for a ball. Big cut, no contact. Breeze starting to pick up a little bit from the south-southwest. Left to right on your screen. Strike 2. Nice curveball that dropped into the bucket. Counted 1 and 2. The pitch. Outside, count even at 2. Still got time to come to the ballpark. They've got dandy cheeseburgers. I had 2. Two-two pitch. Foul down the third baseline. Kane Tofar on deck for Loyal. My friend Tom Kingsbury just chimed in. He says, "You sound good. You look better." I have been told I have a face made for radio. 2-2. Lamovic working from the windup. And the pitch. Down on strikes goes Wales. With 1 down, Jake Zimmerman will step in the bat for the lads from Immanuel Lutheran.
I got to see their regional final against Gilman last week. Zimmerman, a good leader here for the Lancers, picking up his teammates while he's behind the dish. There were a time or two where he called a timeout just to settle down some infielders.
Right. Yeah, if you got good leadership on your team, that's a big plus. Lindner couldn't frame that one. 1 down, base is empty. Jake Zimmerman, the batter, it's 2-0. Last time the Greyhounds were at sectionals was 2012. And they played over in Rosholt. My younger son Alec played on that team. And they lost in the sectional semifinal. And a 4-pitch walk. That is one of the things about Lamovic, is that he sometimes can get rattled earlier on. Case in point was against Columbus when they played them the second time in 3 days, for the chance to at least split the conference, and walked too many batters and got hit in the bad spots, and now he's struggling to find the strike zone. 5 straight balls. Zimmerman at first. Big cut. Count even at 1. Lamovic checks the runner at first and comes to the plate. He squares the bunt, pulls it back. Strike called. Threw him out. Nice gun for Jake Lintner.
Probably well aware of that, Immanuel testing their arm early, and they're getting that out.
Loyal doesn't have an awful lot of speed on the bases, much more of a power hitting team. Now with 2 outs, 1-2 count to Cam Nelson, the batter. Oh, that breeze feels good. The pitch, bounced it. Citizen State Bank of Loyal knows it takes a team dedicated to giving you the best banking experience every time. Citizen State Bank of Loyal, with branches in Loyal, Granton, Neelsville, Spencer, and Marshfield, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Couldn't get the call, just a bit outside. Quality of a good catcher is if you can pull that ball back into the strike zone and not make it too obvious. Popped up in the air to right field. Foul. Jonah Bratcher manning right field for Loyal. Dad is the judge. Here come the judge. Count full, 3-2. Three-man umpiring crew this afternoon. And called it a ball. Back-to-back walks given up by Lamovic with 2 outs. That brings up Sawyer Sido. So Sido to the batter. He's the center fielder batting cleanup. Looks like it's pronounced Sido, but Dan corrected me. It's Sido. And right in with a strike. Rifles one to right field for a base hit. Nelson's going to stop at second. So 2 walks and a single with 2 outs brings up Seth Bernthal. And they're going to have a meeting of minds here.
That runner down on the base path already paying dividends early. Daniel Shirley would be up 1-0 off that base hit.
So that gun out came in quite well for Loyal. An experienced crew working the base paths today. You got to be at least a level 5, I believe, to do sectionals. And they work with 3 men on the crew. So they've got umpires down the lines and 1 behind the plate. The one at third baseline will take behind the pitcher. Foul back. This is Seth Bernthal after they had that little talk between Lintner and Lamovic. If you get to Lamovic early, you've got a chance, but once he gets in a groove, you're not going to hit him. There's a fastball right down Main Street. 0-2. Bernthal, the third baseman, awaits the pitch. And whiffs. Lamovic gets out of the jam. We head to the top of the second. Scoreless, you're watching high school baseball and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of sectional semifinal baseball here from Bruce. Friends, here we are is proud to support Loyal Athletics. Best of luck in today's game, players and coaches. Stop in today for a great new look. Open Monday through Friday and Saturday by appointment. Here we are, beautiful downtown Loyal. And the root beer stand backs the Greyhounds. Stop at the root beer stand for lunch or dinner and all your favorite ice cream and frozen treats. The root beer stand on Main Street in Loyal. Go Hounds. Leading off for the Greyhounds here in the top of the second, Colton Sandelier, the DH. Colton, a three-sport athlete, unable to play basketball this season. Heard had a leg injury or shoulder. I can't remember. I know he was out for the season. In the DH role here, plays a little bit of field, but mainly with his bat. Outside from Wales. Second inning of work for Mr. Wales. Big cut and a miss. Strike one, strike two. Sandelier DHing for the left fielder, Isaac Zabel. Count full, 3-2. Top of the second. Hunter Walter deck for Loyal. The pitch. Popped up. And it's going to be out of play. Cuddy Funeral Home takes great pride in service to the communities of Loyal, Greenwood, Thorpe, and areas in between. Good luck to the players and coaches in today's game from Cuddy Funeral Home. Count remains full at 3-2. And Sandelier draws a leadoff walk here in the second inning. First base runner for Loyal in this contest. Hunter Walter, the first baseman, steps in. Hunter, a senior. School choices from Granton. Been doing so since 7th grade. He's had a great season this year. Takes strike one, the big first baseman, just graduated. Coach Dean Bogdanovich down at third, coaching.
Walter with 2 homers, 17 knocked in this season for the Greyhounds.
Should be at least 0-1, if not 0-2. I'm not sure. They've got 0-1 up on the board. Bounces that one, skits away from Zimmerman. Sandelier just in time. Wasn't pretty, but he got it. So Sandelier in scoring position. Count as 1-1. Sandelier, not a speedy base runner. Actually, there's not a lot of speed for the Greyhounds on the base paths. And down on strikes goes Walter. One down brings up Adam Kautzer. Kautzer, fairly speedy. Your speed is Kautzer and Bratcher, Stiglitz, Pekoshek. They've got some big lads. Jake Zimmerman out to talk to Derek Wales. Got to make sure that we hear Dan's his headset doesn't want to pick up his beautiful voice. Every once in a while you get gremlins in the system, you got to kick them out. Kautzer will step in the bat. Kautzer, one of the pitchers available to Coach Bogdanovich if needed this afternoon. He'll step in, bats from the right side. Sandelier at second. Here's the pitch, high for ball one. Jonah Bratcher on deck. 1 out, 1 on, 1 count. They also do oil changes and brakes. So make an appointment today. Mike's Tire of Loyal. Now 3-0. Friends, you can trust Team and Realty to sell your team. Pardon me, let's try that again. Trust the Team and Realty team to sell your property. That's better. Team and Realty says, go Hounds. 3-0 count. The pitch. Strike. Taking all the way. Good pitch from Wales. Strike 2. Outside corner. Much to the chagrin of the Loyal fans sitting to our left. Weird on the right side of the backstop. Our friends from WPKG, Dick Olson and Larry Hazer to our left. And another walk. Joel bats from the left side. Fouls that one off his foot. Winner will take on Mellon, the Granite Diggers. 4 p.m. We will view that game. Mellon a 3-0 victory over Shell Lake. Mellon came in as the number 2 seed. Oh-2. Popped up again, foul out of play. The pitch. Low for a ball. Low for a ball. We are buffering. Thanks for the heads up, Tom. We'll keep an eye on it. And we're going to have a timeout while they talk. For deer, it's small dings and accidents of all kinds. Take your vehicle to Frame Body Shop. They're ASE certified, offer free estimates, and they work with your insurance company. Take your vehicle to Frame's Body Shop, family and locally owned, just off Highway 13 in beautiful downtown Unity. Freight train coming through town to our right. Bratcher has worked the count from 0-2 to 2-2. Wales and Zimmerman have a chat. And a run's going to come in as they went for the putout at second, and Kautzer broke it up. And just like that, it's 1-0 Greyhounds. So Bratcher reaches him in to score, and it's 1-0 Greyhounds here in the top of the second inning. Hammett couldn't hold on to the ball as Kautzer came in and slid. You can't take out the fielder, but I think there was enough going on that Hammett just didn't get a good grab on it. This is Reed Stiglitz, the batter, with no 1 out and 2 on yet. He takes a strike. Yeah, Reed, I taught his mother. Remember, I was a K-12 music teacher, so I got to teach an awful lot of kids. Ground ball foul. Coach Bogdanovich lets it go. A little bit too hot for him to handle. Lillo's going to let that ball just stay out in foul territory in left field. Funny they haven't got somebody on that yet. Now they've got, there we go, we've got number 15 going out to track it down. Trace Nikolai. And down on strikes goes Stiglitz. 2 down, 2 on, 1 in. Jake Lintner, deceptively powerful hitter, starting quarterback for the Loyal Greenwood football team. Two outs, two on. Inside pitch for ball one. Yeah, sometimes the internet likes to play nice, and sometimes it kind of thumbs its, it's going to say got hit. Hey, got hit. Hit by pitch. So Jake Lintner says, hey, that ball hit me, and the umpire agreed. So now you got bases loaded and two outs, and Andy Pekoshek, the leadoff hitter, coming up to bat. Big cut. Loyal could break this game open here in the second. Bases juiced, but two outs. And they're going to have a courtesy runner come in for Jake Lintner. Rice and Ashbeck will come in to run for Lintner. Andy getting encouragement from the fans. That pitch high. Immanuel Lutheran comes into this at 16-2. Foul back. 1-2 count. Runners will go on contact with two outs. Kautzer at third. Bratcher at second. Ashbeck at first. High fly ball, center field, back goes Cito, and makes the catch. What a catch for Cito in center field to end the threat. Greyhounds bring one in here in the top of the first, take the lead as we head to the bottom of the second. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
63 years, Hiller's True Value has proudly served Marshfield and central Wisconsin. Now, we're excited to begin a new chapter. Hiller's True Value is becoming Hiller's Ace Hardware, bringing you better pricing, a wider selection, and access to exclusive brands. You'll start to see some exciting changes around the store, all designed to make shopping easier than ever. But one thing will never change: the same friendly faces and trusted service you've counted on since day one. Hiller's Ace Hardware, still Hiller's, now with more tools to serve you better.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school baseball. Thank you for watching WIAA Sectional Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you today by Team and Realty, Citizen State Bank of Loyal, Here We Are, and Chastain Hesley Insurance. And get your fresh meats and cheeses from Smith Brothers Meats. Get them every day and let them cater your next event. Smith Brothers Meats in Colby, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturday, 8 to 4. Bottom of the second inning, Joe Anderson with Dan Lau on production. And when his microphone works, on color. Caden Little, Owen Albrecht, and Will Rosendahl will step in the bat for Coach Lau's Lancers. Lamovic with a little chin music for ball one. Leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. I'll give you a shout out over the air. I'm going to go check it a little bit earlier. I usually check it in the fourth inning. I'll check it in the third. Lillo leading off the bottom of the second. He's got a 2-0 count. And an swing for a strike. Loyal scored that run with no hits. 2 walks and a hit batter. He's going to claim it hit him, and it did. Back-to-back hit batters. So the number 6 hitter, Lillo, gets on. Owen Albrecht will step in the bat. The right fielder. Coach Lau gives his instructions to Mr. Lillo over at first. Albrecht batting from the right. Number 5 on his back. Strike called. Oh and 1 the count to Albrecht. Will Rosendahl on deck. Toss over the first. Rudlamovic, about 6'2", maybe 6'3", long, lanky right-hander for the Greyhounds. Only a junior. Here's the pitch. Strike. Home plate umpire does not mince words. If he thinks it's a strike, he calls it right away. That's, as a pitcher, that's what you want. 0-2 the pitch. Ball. Here we are, is proud to support Loyal Athletics. Best of luck in today's game, players and coaches. Stop in today for a great look. Open Monday, Friday, Saturday by appointment. Here we are of Loyal. One and 2 the count to Albrecht. The pitch. Down on strikes goes Albrecht for the first out. Number 8 hitter Will Rosendahl, the batter. DHing today for Landon Hamset, the second baseman. Rosendahl has number 9 on his back. The DH. The Root Beer Stand backs the Greyhound. Stop at the Root Beer Stand for lunch or dinner and all your favorite ice cream and frozen treats. The Root Beer Stand on Main Street in beautiful downtown Loyal. Go Hounds! Fouls that one back for strike 1. Cuddy Funeral Home takes great pride in service to the communities of Loyal, Greenwood, Thorpe, and areas in between. Good luck to the players and coaches in today's game from Cuddy Funeral Home. Oh and 1 the count. The pitch. Strike 2. Mike's Tire says be safe on winter roads, even summer roads. Drive in Mike's Tire Service for new tires for your car, truck, or SUV. They also do oil changes and brakes. So make an appointment today. Mike's Tire. Loyal. Ground ball. Lamovic snags it. Goes to 2. Gets the... Oh, no! Did he hold it? No, he did not hold it long enough. Yes, he did. They're going to say he held it long enough. So the umpire said that the second baseman held it long enough to get the put out. If in their judgment the ball was held for enough time to secure the out, and what happened is that Kautzer got the put out at second, and when he was transferring from the ball from the glove, it dropped down the ground. Needless to say, there's 2 outs. Rosendahl's at first, and this is Tanner Quaid, the first baseman. Count even at 1. Don't forget our friends from Nasonville Dairy. They make those fresh cheese curds every day. You can get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com. Now 1 and 2. Lamovic's starting to get into a groove here. If you get to him early, time is called. You have a chance, but once he gets into the third inning and things are rocking and rolling, he is just about unhittable. And check the YouTube page. Ground ball going to go to right field. Bratcher will get it in. So a single for Tanner Quaid. Puts 2 on with 2 out. Top of the order, Derek Wales, who struck out looking in his first at bat. Shout out to Sherry Lee, who's watching at home. And the Trimbles, of course, watching at home. Wales batting left, pops that first one foul out of play. Strike 2. Oh, and 2 to Wales. Lemovic's pitch fouled off. The Trimbles and Sherry Lee are watching. So is Katie K, who's rooting for CFC and Immanuel. Therese, we are working on it. And Angel Montalvo is watching from Arizona. Popped up, playable. Tofar calls for it. No, Lemovic calls him off and gets the put out. Lemovic gets out of the jam. We head to the top of the third, 1-0. Greyhounds, you're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hunting season is here, and BBD has the supplies you need. Check out their large selection of crossbows, including 10-point and Wicked Ridge. BBD has added more hunting gear, deer attractant, mineral, and accessories for a successful hunt. See their in-stock selection of hunting blinds, stands, in-trail cameras, and more. BBD has the name brand gear you can depend on again and again. Big Bear Down. We're always in season. Located on Highway 13 in Abbotsford.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me.
My workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup. And Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Your gain is where you're going to get it. Have your gain just about all the way up. Back here in beautiful downtown Bruce, the western suburbs, as we bring you to the top of the third inning. Greyhounds will bring the bat Kane Tofar, Rhett Lemovic, and Colton Sandelier. This is Joe Anderson bringing you play-by-play. Dan Lau on production and color. Greyhounds scored their one and only run without a hit. 2 walks hurt Wales, the pitcher for Immanuel. Tofar thinks about it. Kind of got fooled, 0-2. Kane Tofar, one of the big hitters for the Greyhounds. The pitch follows that one back against the screen. Sun's starting to peek out a little bit. A balmy 78-degree day here in Bruce. Probably they're talking about mid-80s. Ball 1. It's supposed to be worse tomorrow. Hot, humid, and then storms coming in tomorrow. So they're getting these games in the day. Ground ball. Knocked down by Hammett. And the putout made. Rhett Lemovic, another big hitter for Loyal. That first 4 hitters for the Greyhounds, first 5 actually, are pretty solid contact hitters. And Lemovic has got some sock in his bat. Here's the pitch. And Swinging for the fence on that one.
We'll see how this top part of the lineup fares against Wales. Second time through the year.
Bounce that one. Even Sunday when I was cutting brush, it was overcast at the farm, and it was just hot and muggy, and like Shaq used to say, 39 ain't 29, 63 ain't 33. First things that go are your knees. That was a strike. It's now 1-2 to Lamovic. Base is empty. And Wales gets the strikeout. Second time Lamovic has gone down on strikes. Colton Sandelier started the offensive action for Loyal with 2 outs. With a lead off when he led off the top of the second with a walk, and he ended up scoring base hit, ground ball to Bernthal at third over to first. And 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Greyhounds. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
Hi, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Abbey Bank is thankful for their customers. Your continued trust means the world. Join them each Friday in June for Customer Appreciation Fridays. Stop into any Abbey Bank location for a free Wisconsin dairy treat. A small way to say thank you and to celebrate June Dairy Month. It's their way of showing appreciation while supporting our hardworking Wisconsin dairy farmers. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports Broadcast High School Baseball. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Dan Lau on production. Joe Anderson here with play-by-play. 1-0 Greyhounds. Immanuel will bring up Jake Zimmerman, Cam Nelson, and Sawyer Sito. 2-3-4 hitters in the lineup for Joe Lau. Three Ks for Mr. Lamovic through 2 innings and 2 hits. Call the ball. Check the YouTube page. Christy Clements is watching, one of my former students, Danny Coleman'sberger. He says, "Go Greyhounds, hope to see you win and playing at 4, enjoying watching the game in my rec room on my 80-inch TV. Ground ball to short. Pakoshek. Walter makes the squeeze for the first out. Cam Nelson will come to bat. Other people watching, as I said, Carmen Engelbretson. She's cheering for Loyal and Columbus today. Neil Bernthal is watching from Winter Haven, Florida. She's rooting for they're rooting for the Lancers. That's Neil in Florida. Nelson, the batter. Nelson, he drew a walk in the first and was stranded at second base. The pitch. Strike called. So Teresa, Angela, Danny, Christy, Carmen, Neil, Katie, the Trimbles, ball to hit the shortstop. Pekoshik, double pumps. Got him. Close call. Back-to-back putouts for Pekoshik. And Sherry watching as well. So shout out to you. Leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. Give you a little recognition for who's tuned in today. The maestro of the modulator, Mr. Dan Lau to my right. The wide out in the pitch. Strike. Base is empty. 2 outs. Lamovic, like I said, once he gets in a roll, get to him early, you've got a shot. And the pitch. You have that age-old question when you get to sectionals, because you're going to play 2 games possibly in one day. Do you throw your number 1 pitcher right away, or do you take a chance to go with number 2 and number 3, and then come back with your number 1 in the championship game? But then again, you've got to get to that championship game. So it's quite a dilemma. Ground ball. Walter will take it himself. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 4th. 1-0 Greyhounds. You're watching high school.
Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Our passion, your
today, tomorrow,
future
journey. Our passion, your journey. Taylor Credit Union is your local full-service financial cooperative. As your community-owned credit union, our passion is to support your journey, whatever it may be and wherever it may go. From savings to checking, home to auto, and IRAs to investments, we have the products, services, and rates for your today, tomorrow, and future. Become a member and start your Taylor Credit Union journey today.
We head to the top of the 4th inning. Anderson here joined by the master of the modulator, the vicar of video, the archbishop of audio, Mr. Dan Lau. Greyhounds will bring Hunter Walter, Adam Kautzer, and Jonah Bratcher to bat here in the top of the 4th, leading 1-0. Bryce Deegan, shout out to Mr. Bryce. He's tuned in as well. Say hello. Bryce Deegan, one heck of a good kid overall and one heck of a good athlete. Great basketball player. Big swing for Hunter Walter. 0-2 to him. Hunter struck out his first at bat. Batting in the 5 spot for Coach Bogdanovich. Pops that one up out of play. Derek Wales has done well. He struck out four. Ground ball. And a good put out by the shortstop. So Adam Kautzer will step in the bat. Adam walked. And was stranded at third. Loyal had the bases loaded with 2 outs in the third. He scratched one across, but that was it. Wales on the afternoon, 4 Ks, 1 hit batter. He's walked 2. And yet not yet has given up a hit. Kautzer now with 1-0 count. Lancers, who play in the Dairyland Small. Two and 0 to the count to Kautzer. Laid off. Kautzer a little bit more difficult. strike zone. He's probably about 5'8", but he's got speed. And laid off, got another walk. Second walk for Kautzer. And Jonah Bratcher, who reached on the fielder's choice. Snap throw back to first, he's there. If Loyal has any speed with Kautzer and Bratcher and Stiglitz. Another close play at first. Back in time. Keeping Kautzer close at first. He can steal a base or two when he needs to. 0-1 to Bratcher. Runner goes. And Zimmerman behind the dish can't get a clear and clean switch from glove to hand. So now Kautzer in scoring position. And we got a timeout called. And a big spot for Jonah and Bratcher right here, the judge. 1-1. Left-handed hitting right fielder. The pitch. Foul back. Bratcher hit into that fielder's choice in the second inning. That they couldn't get Sandelier out at second. The pitch. Popped up. Shortstop under it. Cam Nelson makes the catch for the putout. Reed Stiglitz struck out looking his first at bat. The number 8 hitter, the center fielder. It's number 3 on his back. Greyhounds had bases loaded with 2 outs in the second. Couldn't put anybody over after that first run. Big swing and a miss for Stiglitz. Reed, a 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, and baseball. Kautzer with a fairly good lead, not too big. Don't want to run yourself out of the inning here. 2 outs, 0-1 to Stiglitz. Ground ball down the third baseline, base hit! Here comes Kautzer! Stiglitz rounds first and stays put. Kautzer brings in the second run for the Greyhounds. An RBI single for Reed Stiglitz. And it's 2-0 Greyhounds. Jake Lindner, the batter. Jake hit by a pitch. The catcher bats in the 9th spot. Sometimes what a lot of the coaches will do is they'll put some of their stronger hitters in the 9th spot or the 8th spot. Not load up, not front load too much at the top of the order. Lindner's got power. Stiglitz kick a base when needed. As I said, the speed is Kautzer, Bratcher, and Stiglitz for Loyal. 6, 7, 8 hitters. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 to Lindner with 2 outs and Stiglitz at first. Runner will go on contact with 2 outs. Lindner calls time. Boy, it's pretty balmy. We're in a nice spot here. They've been nothing. and they get him.
The only water that comes with a van.
Flexible. BBD, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with.
Loyal, number 1, Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran. Loyal, number 1, Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran, and it's 2-0 Greyhounds. And it's 2-0 Greyhounds as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wietrich family has grown grassland. From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wietrich family has grown grassland dairy products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Products that can proudly be served in your
All right, everybody, we're back. Gremlins, we kicked them out. One of the things that electronic equipment, as I said before, does not like is heat and direct sunlight. And we got a little roasty toasty. Top of the fifth was led off by Jake Littner. He flew out to center. Andy Pekoshek drew a walk. This is Kane Tofar. And Tofar, on a 3-2 pitch, rifles one out to center field. That'll bring up Rhett Lamovic and the chance to help himself out. Rhett 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Thanks for your patience with us, too. Dan is working studiously here, working on the scoreboard. Coach Lau is going to come out and chat with Derek Wales. Just a reminder that we will bring you the sectional championship game regardless of the winner of this matchup at 4 o'clock roughly. They will play the Mellon Granite Diggers, who beat Shell Lake 3-0 earlier today. How did these two teams get here? First of all, for Loyal, they received a first-round bye and played number 10 Clear Lake and defeated them 14-4. Then they played number 3 Glenwood City and defeated them 11-3 to win the regional final. They are here in the sectional semifinals, leading 2-0 here in the top of the fifth with 1 out Runners at first and second. Loyal leading 2-0. And Lamovic the batter. Lamovic rubbing his shoulder, but he's like, just his shoulder was sorry he didn't get hit. Where's that protective pad on his left elbow? That pitch high, squirts away. We almost had Keystone Cops on the base paths. Pakosik thought about advancing to third on that ball. Didn't bounce away far enough. Zimmerman really was quick on it. Tofar at first was halfway to second and had to hit the brakes and run back to first. Almost had a good moment. Lamovic a big cut for a strike one. 2-1 in the count. Scoreboard will be upcoming. Sometimes that's more of a pain in the nose than anything else. We got everything in the shade. Outside. Shall crowd into a shade. Trees where you sit shall crowd into a shade. All right. Strike called. Full count now, 3-2. You knew I was going to sing at least once today. Full count. Popped up out of play. Brett desperately wanting to get a base hit to get another run in, help his cause out. We are in the top of the fifth with 1 out and 2 on for Loyal. Full count to Rhett Lamovic. Derek Wales comes set. The pitch. Popped up again. Lamovic, the pitcher for Loyal and the batter right now, he's probably at around 45, 50 pitches at most. He had a pretty quick fourth inning. I think he threw about 6 pitches. Little number foul out of play, first base side. Wales has thrown quite a few pitches. Four walks for Wales, and a couple of those have cost him runs. Tofar's going to round smash towards second. Hammett couldn't glove it. And just like that, it's 3-0 Loyal. Tofar now at third. Lamovic at second. One out, runners at the corners. For Colton Sandelier, 0 for 1 with a walk and the run scored. Strike call. 0-1 the count. They've got 3-2 up yet. They haven't cleared the board from there. They did. 0-1 the count. Tofar at third. Pretty good lead. Sandelier takes strike 2. Nice off-speed pitch from Wales. Outside for a ball.
Ryder, 3 runs. 3 runs.
Three to nothing Greyhounds here. 2 out, 1 out. Top of the fifth. Sandelier fouls that one back. Scoreboard. Oh, I see what you did. Cool, that works. Friends, when technology works, it's great. When it doesn't, it can be A real pain. That's why I always, on the farm, I have tractors that I know how to fix. They're at least 60 years old. Big cut and down on strikes. A big strikeout for Wales. Now with 2 down, that brings up Hunter Walter, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. And I think that's going to be it for Derek Wales. And it will be. As Wales will come out of the game. We'll take a break here. Come back with our new pitcher after this. You're watching High School Baseball and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Healthcare decisions can be overwhelming, but at Forward Insurance, you're never in it alone. We'll help you make sense of Medicare, find the right health insurance, and walk with you every step of the way. Forward Insurance, for every stage of life and every question along the way.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school baseball. Sectional semifinal. Loyal and Immanuel Lutheran. Joe Anderson, Dan Lau bringing you to this afternoon's matchup. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Greyhounds. We're still in the 5th. Top of the 5th, excuse me. Have a pitching change. As Cam Nelson is now in. And they will just switch positions. Derek Walls will go to short. Hunter Walter, the batter. So the line on Derek Walls, 4 2/3, 3 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, 3 runs given up while he was on the hill, and 1 hit batter. This is Cam Nelson. Here in the top of the 5th, facing Hunter Walter with 2 on and 2 out. 0-1 count to Hunter Walter. Make that 0-2. Pitch high for a ball. Winner of this matchup will advance to the championship game, which we will bring you here on Zaleski Sports. Walter, base hit. That's going to bring in another one. They're going to send Lamovic. He's digging for home. Throw offline. And a 2-run RBI. Single for Hunter Walter. And it's 5-0 Greyhounds. As both Tofar and Lamovic come in to score for Loyal. 3 runs in this inning. That was the one advantage with having 2 outs. Runners will go on contact. And those 2 runs are charged to Wales. And the guy that's made the offense kind of chug along, Adam Kautzer, 0 for 2 walks. Not an official at-bat yet. Swung way ahead. Good off-speed pitch. We will bring you the championship game, which is scheduled to start at 4 p.m. or thereabouts. It will be on another feed, so once we finish this game, we will log off and relog on to the other channel, or pardon me, the other stream on YouTube. Just stay on YouTube. And again, if you need to know where to go to ZaleskiSports.com, click on the Live Games tab, and it will give you the hookup there. Bounce that pitch. Hunter Walter at first with 2 outs. Not a real big base stealing threat. I mean, if the ball skitters way off on one side or the other, he'll take the base, but not the most fleet of foot for Mr. Hunter. Popped up. Your speed players for the Greyhounds are Kautzer, who's at bat, Bratcher, and Stiglitz. So some timely hits, some timely walks. And another base hit for Loyal. Misplayed by Lillo and left. And Walter, they're going to send him as the ball bounces. Oh, they're going to hold the brakes. Now he's going back. Now he's in a pickle. And he's out. So Kautzer with the base hit. Hunter ran through the stop sign and is thrown out 7-6-2. But not before 3 runs come in for the Greyhounds. Here in the top of the 5th, they now extend their lead to 5-0. You're watching high school baseball sectional semifinal, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio, now open in front of Pick and Save on Central Avenue in Marshfield. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools like hydro massage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PEMF, and more, all designed to help your body and mind feel their best. You can pay per session or choose from memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at BeWellStudio.com or stop in at 601 South Central Avenue, Suite 400 in front of Pick and Save in Marshfield.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
Welcome back. Got to give some shout outs here. John Deal just tuned in, no graphics. What's the score? What's the inning? Well, we had a heat situation with the equipment. We are heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran will come to bat. Loyal leading 5-0. Schaller 6 is cheering for Immanuel from Valentine, Nebraska. We've got Immanuel fans from Florida and Nebraska. We'll give a run through of all of the viewers here when we head to the top of the 6th. Rhett Lamovic in his 5th inning of work. And we'll face Rosendahl, Quaid, and Wales. 8-9-1 in the lineup. Lanky right-hander, little flare to right. And a base hit. One of those in-betweeners. So maybe a big inning for the Lancers here in the 5th. Tanner Quaid, the first baseman, 1 for 1 with a single in the 2nd. Bats in the 9 spot. A lot of bleacher creatures down that left field line. The distances, friends, is 300 down the left field line, 350 to dead center, and 317 to right. So a short porch to right field. Not quite Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium, the right field down the pole is 295. If you ever wonder why Babe Ruth hit so many home runs, that's why. 1-0 count to Quaid. Ball skips by Lintner. Rosendahl will trot the second base. Never know, maybe the Lancers will have a big inning here. 4 strikeouts for Lamovic. He's walked 2. And given up 2 hits. Now in his 5th inning of work. I would think if he gets out of this without giving up a run, we may see Coach Bogdanovich bring in one of his other pitchers. Pitch high. 2-1. Lamovic comes set, checks the runner at second. The pitch. Strike called. People sitting out in the sun here. It's a rather muggy, hot day. And a walk. And that brings up the top of the lineup. And Brian Johnson says Immanuel's a boarding school with most of the kids there not from Wisconsin. That I was aware of. Now, it's nice to have people from all around this United States tuning in and watching our broadcast, supporting their teams. Wales, the batter, fouls out first pitch over third baseline. Wales 0 for 2 with a strikeout and flew out to center field. Two on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th for Immanuel. Lamovic golfs one high in the air, center field. Nice catch by Stiglitz. One down brings up Jake Zimmerman. Walk and a ground out to short. So thank you, Brian, for chiming in. And thank you, everyone else, for chiming in. Schaller 6, John Deal, Kirsty Clements, Vom Seymour Kennel, Teresa Bernthal, Savannah Wilkie, Raylan Fritz. Got a lot of them I didn't catch up to. Jay LeVay, Bryce Deegan, Neil Bernthal, Angela Montalvo, watching from Arizona this afternoon. 1-0 count. 2-0. Wanted that one, didn't get it. Pitchers and catchers want consistency. What it was a strike in the first inning, they want to have as a strike in the 5th. Popped up, playable. Coucher. And the judge, Jonah Bratcher, the right fielder, makes the catch. 2 down. Cam Nelson, 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 on with nobody out, and now 2 on with 2 outs. The only advantage is that runners will go on contact. Loyal could have had more, but Hunter Walter ran through a stop sign at third and the pick line got picked off. One 0 count to Nelson, the shortstop, or now the pitcher for Immanuel. Strike called. Greyhounds finishing second in the Clover Belt East. Second to Marshfield Columbus Catholic. They finished at 10-0. Loyal finished at 7-3 and in second place. Bounced it. Good scoop for Lindner. Two and 1 the count. 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch from Lamovic high, ball 3. Two base runners have gotten on by a single and a walk. And he's gotten 2 pop-ups the last 2 outs. Ground ball foul. Count now full. Sun is out in full force. There's puffy clouds here and there. There's kind of a slight breeze, but not much. And it's got to be probably well in the mid-80s by now. It was 78 degrees at first pitch. And it was overcast. 3-2 pitch from Lamovic. Walked him. Loads the bases with 2 outs, and Sawyer Sito 1 for 2. So Sito, the center fielder, and Lintner and Lamovic are going to chat about a few things, make sure they've got their ducks in a row. Thank you for viewing this afternoon. Friends, by the way, the reads that I do to talk about our sponsors and the commercials you'll see during the broadcast, they bring you these games live and free on YouTube, so make sure you help support these small businesses, for without them you would not be able to see these games live and free on Zaleski Sports. Sawyer Sito, the batter. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And a lucky bounce. That ball skipped out of Lintner's glove and it hit the umpire's shin guard and bounced right back to him. Immanuel looking for the chance to get some runs on the board here with 2 outs. Popped up, out of play. And a shout out to all of our viewers today. Thank you for tuning in. Pokes it. Kautzer at second, scoops it over to Walter. And get out of the jam they do. Lamovic through 5s. Is not allowed a run. We head to the 6th. It's 5-0 Greyhounds. You're watching high school baseball sectional semifinal action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, broadcast of high school baseball sectional semifinal game here between number 1 Eau Claire Immanuel Lutheran and number 2 seed Loyal. Joe Anderson joined by Dan Lau on production. Dan has done an outstanding job dealing with gremlins, and we thank you for your patience. Top of the 6th for Loyal will bring up Jonah Bratcher, Reed Stiglitz, and Jake Lintner, 7, 8, 9 batters in the lineup. Bratcher 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a pop-up to short. Pops one up, and the infield, the shortstop is under it. That is Wales, and Wales makes the catch. 1 down. Reed Stiglitz, 1 for 2 in the afternoon, had an RBI single in the 4th, which made it 2-0 Loyal. 3 runs in the 5th for the Greyhounds. We stand at 5-0 here as we head into the top of the 6th with 1 out. Stiglitz takes ball 1 in the dirt. Cam Nelson in relief of Derek Wales. Wales pitched 4 2/3. Allowed 3 hits, walked 4, struck out 6, hit 1 batter. 5 runs came in on his time on the hill. Stiglitz, fly ball. Back. Gone! Home run! Reed Stiglitz! Wow! What a hit for number 3. Home run, Reed Stiglitz. Greeted by Jake Lintner at home plate, and he'll be greeted by his teammates as he hit that over 350 feet away over the fence in center field. Now the lead is 6-0. Jake Lintner was hit by a pitch and a fly out to center. Opportune hitting, taking advantage of some walks, and Lindner with a little nubber, could be trouble. Hamps it, scoops it, gets the put out. For the second out, brings up the top of the order, and Andy Pekoshek. Andy 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And Andy meets his dad, Andy Sr. They do that high five handshake. Used to be my neighbors back in the day. Situations have changed, and good friends with his mother, Stacy. I was her teacher back in the day. That pitch inside. Jake Zimmerman ends up on his backside and tosses it back. Now you got to wonder what Coach Bogdanovich is going to do. Is he going to stay with Lamovic, or is he going to bring in a relief pitcher and keep some pitches for Lamovic for the next game? They can reinsert him. You're allowed 100 pitches in a day. Any number of pitches. I've got the formula that Jason Zaleski gave me in my folder. But you can pitch up to 100 pitches in one day. So let's see what Coach Bogdanovich will do here. Going into the bottom of the 6th with a 6-run lead, you have to see. Pekoshek fakes the bunt, takes a strike. Count now 3-1. Little ground ball to third. Bernthal to Quaid. And got him. Not pretty, but got the put out. And that will end the inning. A home run for Reed Stiglitz makes it 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching high school sectional baseball in Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing?
Gotta give a shout out to David Dude from Mountain View, California. He's rooting for the Lancers. Bottom of the 6th, the Lancers will bring up Seth Bernthal, Caden Lillo, and Owen Albrecht. Brett Lamovic still on the hill for the Greyhounds. He's walked 4, struck out 5 to allow a run. 0-2 to Seth Bernthal, who comes into this at bat at 0-1. Thought they had strike 3. You can hear the loyal fans in the background. The Granite Diggers await the winner of this contest. from Mellon. Fouled off. Stays alive at 1-2. Thanks for the chime-ins, by the way. Give a chance for people to kind of say where they're watching from and check the weather channel here. It says it's 80 right now, but it feels like 84. Lamovic bounces that pitch. So keep chiming in, friends. I'm checking the comments. After going 0-2, Bernthal's made the count full, 3-2. Lamovic from the windup gets the sign and the pitch. Popped up, out of play. Immanuel Lutheran running out of at-bats here. Down to the last 6. Ground ball to short. Pekoshik knocks it down, can't make the play. So an E6. So Caden Lillo, the batter, hit by a pitch and a ground out. Big swing and a miss for Lillo. 0-1 the count. Count even at 1. Bernthal at first. Lamovic will check him and step back and step off. Lamovic is a pitcher that if you get to him early, you can rattle him. But after the second inning, if you haven't gotten a hit off him yet, you're not going to get one, or it's going to be pretty tough to get one. 1-2. One of the few kids on this loyal squad I never had the chance to teach. Did he go? Yeah, I think he went. Yes, he did. And down on strikes goes Lillo. Couldn't hold up. With 1 down, that brings up Owen Albrecht. 2 Ks for Mr. Albrecht, the number 7 hitter. Got to give a shout out to my producer, Dan Lau. He's done an outstanding job today making sure everything works as best it can. Flare, foul, off the first base dugout. Yeah, one of the things when you broadcast outside, you're always at the risk of the weather, whether it be heat or sun or rain or cold or snow. Computers and other electronic equipment they'll deal with the cold better than they will with the heat. Strike 2. He's still popping that mitt in the 6th inning just like he did in the first. Bounced it. Runner's going to go to 2. So Bernthal now in scoring position for the Lancers with 1 out. Now 2-2. Lamovic checks the runner at second, wheels around, Fakes the throw. Two-two pitch. Struck him out. After an error led to a base runner to lead off the sixth. Back-to-back strikeouts. The Lancers have not had a base runner advance to third base. Foul it back. Gets his sign. The pitch. You get the feeling from Rhett Lamovic that he is in charge of this game. He has been in command and struck him out after a base runner got on to lead off the bottom of the sixth. 3 straight Ks for Rhett Lamovic. We head to the seventh. 6-0 Loyal. Back after this, you're watching high school sectional baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
For 63 years, Hiller's True Value has proudly served Marshfield and central Wisconsin. Now, we're excited to begin a new chapter. Hiller's True Value is becoming Hiller's Ace Hardware, bringing you better pricing, a wider selection, and access to exclusive brands. You'll start to see some exciting changes around the store, all designed to make shopping easier than ever. But one thing will never change: the same friendly faces and trusted service you've counted on since day one. Hiller's Ace Hardware, still Hiller's, now with more tools to serve you better.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. We head to the top of the seventh. Greyhounds leading 6-0. They will send to the plate here Kane Tofar, Rhett Lamovic, and Colton Sandelier, 2-3-4 hitters in the lineup. Tofar gets a hold of that, but too early. Fouled on the left field line. And a blooper hit for Tofar to left field. Rhett Lamovic, pop up, ground out, single, an RBI single, or pardon me, let's try that again. Strikeout, RBI single in the fifth. Loyal wouldn't mind scratching another 1 or 2 over here in the top of the seventh. Strike called. Lamovic kind of asks him where it was, and he says, okay. 0-2 to Lamovic. Fly ball, center field. Sido makes the catch. $1 million breeze that comes here and there. Stay tuned for the conclusion of this game as we will bring you the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. No interview after this for either team, but we will give you a quick rundown of the stats, and then we will run our ad and sign off and sign on to our other stream for the championship games. So if you're not sure where to find it, go to ZaleskiSports.com. Go under the live games tab, and it will be there. Two and one count to Sandelier. The pitch. Fly ball right center. Oh boy, gone against the fence. Tofar will run in with run number 7. So an RBI double for Colton Sandelier. What a hit. Hit it about 335 feet. And brings in Tofar. And Hunter Walter will come in the bat. Walter strikeout, ground out. And a two RBI single. Popped up in foul territory, and good catch for Sandelier will run to third as Walter flies out in foul territory to Quaid. Now they've got 2 outs. Adam Kautzer. Walk, single. Ball keeps in front. Good job for Jake Zimmerman. He went. 2 outs counted, 1-1, and a run is in. One and one count to Adam Kautzer. Popped up. Center field. And the catch made by Cito. All right, friends, we head to the bottom of the 7th, 7-0 Greyhounds. You're watching high school sectional baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
63 years, Hiller's True Value has proudly served Marshfield and central Wisconsin. Now, we're excited to begin a new chapter. Hiller's True Value is becoming Hiller's Ace Hardware, bringing you better pricing, a wider selection, and access to exclusive brands. You'll start to see some exciting changes around the store, all designed to make shopping easier than ever. But one thing will never change: the same friendly faces and trusted service you've counted on since day one. Hiller's Ace Hardware, still Hiller's, now with more tools to serve you better.
Hunting season is here, and BBD has the supplies you need. Check out their large selection of crossbows, including 10-point and Wicked Ridge. BBD has added more hunting gear, deer attractant, mineral, and accessories for a successful hunt. See their in-stock selection of hunting blinds, stands, in-trail cameras, and more. BBD has the name brand gear you can depend on again and again. Big Bear Down. We're always in season. Located on Highway 13 in Abbotsford.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Doing some little bit of mathematics here. Andy Pekoshek now in for Rhett Lemovic. I think he may have ran out of pitches. 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. And walked none. All right, the pitching line so far for Cam Nelson, 2 1/3, 5 hits, no strikeouts, 2 runs came in on his time in the hill. Lamovic and Pekoshik, excuse me. Got to take a drink of water here quick. Pekoshik and Lamovic switch spots, shortstop and pitcher. One, two, three. 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 runs. 2, 3, 4, 7. Pekoshik now in to face the Lancers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. For the Lancers, they will bring up Tanner Quaid, number 9 hitter, Derek Wales, and Jake Zimmerman. Down to their last 3 outs are the Lancers. If Loyal were to pull off the win today, this will be the farthest that Loyal baseball has ever advanced in the tournament, to my knowledge. Little number down the third baseline. Tofar up, scoops it, throws way over the head of Hunter Walter. So an E5, I don't think he would have gotten him even with a good throw. So the Lancers stay alive. Derek Wales steps in. Derek in the afternoon. A strikeout, a flyout, and a flyout. Clouds starting to get a little bit more full again, knocking the sun down. Do you realize, I never knew this was true, that heat is more dangerous to humans than cold? More people pass away from heat than they do the cold. And I know our electronic equipment doesn't like the heat or the sun. We do have a tent, but we're in an awkward spot where the sun is just coming in at the right angle. The overcast helps. High fly ball, center field. Stiglitz makes the catch. 1 away. Brings up Jake Zimmerman. Zimmerman 0 for 3. Actually 0 for 2. Walk, a ground out, and a fly out. 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. A 7-run lead for Loyal. Andy Pekoshik in relief of Rhett Lamovic on the hill. It all comes down to pitching in high school baseball. Change up a little high and outside. Pekoshik checks the runner at first. That pitch high. Runner at first, reached on an error, and a fly out to center field. 1 on, 1 out. 2-1 the count. And a base hit the left. Zabel will corral it in left, and single for Zimmerman. So now the Lancers have something going on the base paths. They've got Quaid in scoring position at second, Zimmerman at first. Greyhounds have taken advantage of a couple of walks. Fly ball left field. Zabel will camp under it. And the two-handed catch for Mr. Zabel. 2 down. The Greyhounds 1 out away from advancing to the sectional championship game. Sawyer Siddell, the batter. A single, a ground out, and a ground out. And Greyhounds ahead in the count, 0-1. On one the count with 2 outs. 2 on for the Lancers. Fly ball to center field. This could do it. Stiglitz makes the catch, and the Greyhounds advance to the sectional championship game with a 7-0 win over the Lancers of Immanuel Lutheran. Congratulations, Loyal, as they advance to the championship game over a very determined Immanuel Lutheran squad, 7-0. A quick rundown of the stats before we show our commercial from Nasonville Dairy. Leading hitters for the Greyhounds, Kane Tofar, 2 for 4. Colton Sandelier was 1 for 3. Rhett Lamovic, 1 for 4. So was Hunter Walter. Walter had a 2 RBI single in the 5th. 2 for 3 for Reed Stiglitz with a home run for the Greyhounds. Derek Wales takes the loss. The win goes to Rhett Lamovic, who pitched 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. Congratulations to the Greyhounds, farthest they've ever advanced in the baseball state tournament. We will bring you the championship game between the Greyhounds and the Mellon Granite Diggers at approximately 4 o'clock. For my outstanding producer, Dan Lau, this is Joe Anderson saying thank you for watching, and we'll bring you our post-game commercial sponsored by NasonvilleDairy.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.